Today's episode is brought to you by Manscaped, the leaders in below the waistline grooming. And for my gentlemen out there, as we talked about before, man, we know the pumpkin spice latte crew, they're out there and they're on the hunt. Well, you don't want to be caught a little too hurry for the situation, all right? So the best way to make sure that you are not prepared is to be prepared. And the way to be prepared is by getting that Lawnmower 4.0 and all of the awesome products that Manscaped has for your personal hygiene and care. All right. And as we always say, when we do talk about anybody up here, we got promo codes for you. So for this one, promo code is MOCH. You use that, you get 20% off along with free shipping worldwide at manscaped.com. So stop wasting time. Cop the Lawnmower 4.0, use this promo code, and trust me when I tell you, your dangly twins and their friends will be greatly appreciative of you, player.
Okay, first one. Camonier with some heat, 4 in a row. He says, I feel bad for Mitch, but the time is now. Hashtag KP8. Couldn't agree more. You could see it in Mitch's face in the interview and the little press conference. That wasn't a press conference. That was just a little locker room
media
interview.
scrum. Media scrum after the game.
Yeah, you could see it in his face. Very bummed. And I even said this a couple weeks ago, or maybe it was sometime last week. Mitch got a raw deal coming in here with us drafting Pickett. But it is what it is, man. I think he needed to perform better.
I like what Cal said, man. You can feel bad for Mitch. That's cool. At the same time, he could be pissed, which is cool. But at the end of the day, he does have to continue to be professional. Because in the NFL, you are literally 1 to 2 plays away from it coming right back to you. So I think for Mitch, this is something that he has to deal with. Don't take it personal. Understand the business part of it, but still remain professional. And for Kenny, you can't roll this back right now. Outside of an injury or multiple god-awful performances, you have to roll this way. And I say that not necessarily because I believe that Kenny is just this clear-cut franchise quarterback. Everything you needed to see has been proven. No, not that angle, but in the sense of the player perspective. As a player, when you see a coach going back and forth between quarterbacks, as a player, you lose your belief in both of those players as well as the coach's belief in those players, because you're asking yourself, hey, coach, how can you tell me to follow you through this burning building when you don't even know which person you want to follow? Is Mitch this week? Is Kenny this week? It can't go back, keep flip and flop, back and forth. You stick with this guy. When it was Mitch, everybody on board for the Mitch train, right, wrong, or indifferent. Now that it's Kenny, you got to ride with that right, wrong, or indifferent. And that's the approach that I think you have to take with Kenny if you're Coach Tomlin. Because as a player, I've been like literally in this situation before where you're like, man, when you keep going back and forth, you just stop believing in it. And now it makes it really hard as a team to be as efficient and as effective as you wanted to be. So, yeah, man, 100%. You got to roll with Kenny through this thing. And for Mitch, man, it's going to suck. You'll be pissed. Be pissed off. Let them know you're pissed, but still remain professional.
Okay, a couple things. With Mitch, it did seem like on the field he did keep his professionalism. Now, I didn't see it whenever I was at the game, but a couple of the little highlights that flashed across the screen whenever I was rewatching it.
Oh, yeah.
He was in Kenny's corner.
No, he was.
Like, Kenny got tackled at the sideline. He got up and was, like, kind of, like, cheering him on and looking to kind of persuade the ref. I can't remember exactly what he was doing.
No,
but it was like, hey, man.
He was involved. He was not a bad teammate. He voiced his opinion when he was asked about it in the locker room and simply said directly, hey, ask Coach Tomlin. He made those moves. Obviously, he's not happy, but at the end of the day, he never threw anyone under the bus. He just simply said, yo.
No, he kept it simple, but you could see the body
language.
Coach.
Oh, no, 100%, and rightfully so, because I feel like you have to find that balance as a player. You don't want to be too reactive, and now you get the Baker Mayfield type label, right? Oh, he's too emotional. Oh, he's too sensitive. But at the same time, you don't want to be too even keel where you're like Jay Cutler, and now they're saying, hey, you don't care.
Sure.
So for Mitch, I do think he was in that fine line of I'm going to say the right things, but my face, my body language is going to let you know that I'm still not okay with the situation, which in this profession, that is okay. That happens a lot. You play this game long enough, you're going to be the person that's the Kenny Pickett replacing the veteran. And then you'll also be the person that's Mr. Trubisky being replaced by the younger guy. But that's a part of the professionalism. That's a part of this business. And you just got to understand how to maneuver through that thing, man.
And another thing with sticking with Pickett and having the team believe in the quarterback and not doing this whole flip-flop thing. I mean, you even heard it from some of the players after the game. Like Deontay Johnson, he was like, dude, Pickett came in there, showed the swagger. Muth, he's like, Pickett's a gamer. And then you're hearing even some other like little quotes pop up today. I think Pickett was very impressive with how he came in with the poise that he showed. Like, it was boom, boom, boom. Like, he was running the offense. And you heard him in his press conference afterwards saying, like, dude, yeah, I was prepared for this moment the whole time. I was literally preparing like I was the starter. The only problem was
Absolutely.
I wasn't getting those type of reps. And I think it was clear. I mean, he was like, Coach called a good game. I went out there. And you could even see in the field. I don't know how much you could see it from the TV copy. But, like, he was even, like, calling some audibles. And you could even see him
with, Pickens.
getting in people's face and stuff. It's like, I like that, man. I really like that. And, you got to stick with Pickett. You 100% have to.
And those were some of the reasons why he was intriguing to draft. The moxie, the pro-ready, in terms of how pro-ready, we're figuring that out as it's going on. But in the sense of not feeling like the moment was going to be too big, you did see that, and that was good. Also, when we're talking about doing it on the fly, coming in mid-game, we talk about the pros and cons to that. Part of the pros are, hey, man, when you're out there in the heat like that, you don't even have time to overthink it. You don't have time as a team to get in your head. You just got to go out there and cut it loose and play. Kenny definitely did that. Now we want to see what that looks like with a full week of preparation. But this is also why I feel like you have to go ahead and make him the guy, because I don't think it's beneficial to him, Mitch, or this team if you're doing the split reps in practice. Oh, let's see who wins and we'll decide it at the end of the week. I think you do everybody a disservice if you handle it that way. I think you go ahead and say, hey, this is our guy. He's getting all the first team reps. We are fully game planning and committing to game planning around him, so that way he can have the best chance to be successful. Because at the end of the day, that's all we need is somebody out there that can continue to be successful and consistent. Now it's Kenny's turn. Hopefully he can do that.
Yeah, I really don't think it was a coincidence. He gets in the game. Boom, boom, boom. We're up 10 points. I mean, the stadium was electric. Felt like the offense was moving in a way we haven't seen since last year whenever Ben was drawing up those plays in the dirt in the fourth quarter and leading those
I figured you was going to give me some type of parallel. I was waiting on it.
You know what, though? Here's what's funny about the whole Ben parallels and stuff. Yeah. I'm actually tired already of Steeler fans I'm seeing on social media trying to compare Pickett's rookie debut or his rookie season to Ben's. I'm getting tired of it. Let this dude build his own legacy in his own career. Ben was Ben. Like, why do we got to do this whole thing? Because Pickett threw a couple picks and went out. Oh, Ben threw a pick on his second. Dude, no. Let's not do that. Let this dude build his own legacy. Pickett's Pickett. Ben was Ben. Stop trying to compare him to the GOAT.
Come on, man. This is what you even call him the GOAT. So if he's the GOAT.
No, Ben's the GOAT.
I'm saying if Ben's the GOAT, we got to compare everybody to the best player ever then. That's the standard.
Let's relax, man. We had this dude for 18 years. We were so spoiled. Let Pickett build his own legacy. I think he's going to be great. I really do. Yeah. But it's just like, dude, not every little thing do we like. Because he threw an interception, we got to look back and Ben's debut, Peyton Manning's debut, all this stuff. Anyone with eyes could tell you, like, those picks weren't on Pickett's fault. I mean, I guess there's degrees to some of them, but like, geez, oh man, dude, it's too much. The eye test tells you Pickett's ready. Yeah. Those 2 rushing touchdowns, how we went up 10 points as soon as he gets in the game. You don't need to look at the stats, man. Pickett is one of those type of players too. You don't need to look at the stats, just like Ben. I don't care if you throw 2 or 3 picks. I believe in you in the second half. You're going to come through with a win somehow, some way. That's how I feel about Pickett.